It's 9 at night. You're typing a message to someone, then deleting it, then typing a shorter one. This is the fourth time this week. You send it. A small bubble joins a long column of bubbles. Almost every one of them is yours. You already know how this goes. A thumbs up, maybe. Tomorrow. Maybe not at all. And yet you're already thinking about the next time you'll reach out. Planning it. Softening it so it doesn't sound needy. You're the one who always texts first. And some quiet part of you has started to keep count. So here's what I want to sit with tonight. Not why this friendship is uneven. You can already see that it's uneven. The stranger question is this. You can see it so clearly. So why is it so hard to put down? Why do we stay so long in the friendships that ask us to do all of the reaching? It isn't because you're weak. It's because a one-sided friendship is built out of 4 things that are genuinely hard to let go of. Start with the first one. Because this friend isn't cold. That's the part nobody warns you about. If they ignored you every single time, you'd have left years ago. It would be easy. It would be obvious. But every so often, they're wonderful. They call out of nowhere. They remember the small thing you mentioned once. For one afternoon, they're the friend you first fell for. Fully there. Funny. Yours. And that one afternoon carries you for a month. Sometimes 2. Then they go quiet again. And you tell yourself, see, it's still there. I just have to be patient. Here's the quiet mechanism underneath that. A reward that comes sometimes pulls harder than a reward that comes every time. Researchers found this with the humblest of experiments. A lever and a treat that only appears now and then. The rewards we can predict, we relax about. The ones we can't, we chase. The maybe is the hook, not the yes. Your friend's warmth is a maybe, and you've quietly become an expert at reading the signs of a good day coming. That expertise isn't love. It's what a slot machine trains into anyone who sits at it long enough. None of this makes them a villain. They may not even know they run warm and then cold. But it explains why the open door doesn't help. You're not staying for who they are. You're staying for the maybe. Now the second thing. Reach back and feel how long you've been friends. Really feel the length of it. 10 years. 15. The friend who was there for a version of you that nobody else even remembers. That history is real, and it quietly changes the maths of leaving. Because to walk away now, you'd have to answer a question that stings. Then what were all those years? It feels like leaving would erase them. Like closing the friendship closes the whole archive along with it. So you keep going. Partly, honestly, because you've already gone so far. There's a name for this pull, and it isn't only about friendship. It quietly runs the whole world. We stay in the thing we've paid the most into. Not because it's good now, because leaving would waste what we already spent. But here's the gentle catch. The years are already spent. They don't come back either way. Staying doesn't honor them. It just adds new hours to a bill you're paying entirely alone. The history was real. It was good. It gets to stay real even if the friendship stops here. But in the moment, none of that reasoning quite reaches you. The weight of the years just says stay. Third thing, and this one sits closer to the bone. Notice how being the giver became part of who you are. Somewhere along the way, you became the reliable one, the one who remembers, the one who reaches out first. And being needed feels good. It's steady ground under your feet. It tells you that you matter. So what happens if you stop giving? If you go quiet the same way they do? For a lot of us, that question is genuinely frightening, because we're not sure who we are without the giving. If I'm not the friend who always shows up, am I even a good friend? Am I even good? So we keep over-functioning, doing the work of 2 people and quietly calling it loyalty. And often this started long before this friend. Some of us learned early that love had to be earned by effort. That if we stop being useful, stop being easy, the warmth might simply stop too. So a one-sided friendship can feel strangely familiar, comfortable even, if it's an old shape you already know. You're not staying because you're a doormat. You're staying because giving is how you've always kept people close. And letting this friendship go can feel like letting go of the proof that you're generous, that you're kind. But you can put the parcels down and still be kind. A kindness that empties you is never the only kind there was. Which brings us to the fourth thing, maybe the quietest one. You're not really staying for who they are. You're staying for who they used to be, or for who you're certain they could be, if things were just a little different. You remember the version of this friend who did show up, who did reach back, and you're loyal to that person. So every cold stretch, you tell yourself the same story. This isn't really them. The real them is coming back. You're keeping a friendship going with a memory, and a memory never disappoints you the way a person can. There's a trap hidden inside potential. The more vividly you can imagine who someone could be, the longer you'll wait for them to become it. And every small good day feels like proof. See, the potential is real. I just have to wait a little longer. But you can't be in a friendship with a person's potential. You can only be in one with how they actually show up. The friend in your memory and the friend on the other end of your unanswered text are, right now, not the same person. That gap isn't a betrayal. People change, and seasons change, and nobody signed a contract to stay the same. But it does mean the person you keep reaching for might be someone who now lives mostly in your memory of them. So put the 4 together. The maybe, the history, the mirror, the memory. None of them are stupidity. Each one is a real, human, understandable reason to hold on. And notice what none of them are. Not one of them is the friend, today, choosing you back. That's the whole ache of a one-sided friendship. It's held up almost entirely from your side of the rope. And leaving doesn't have to be a slam door. It can be as quiet as loosening your grip and seeing what happens. You don't have to declare anything dead tonight. You don't have to send a final message or make a speech. You just get to notice, to stop being the only one keeping the fire lit, and watch whether anyone else brings wood. Some friendships, given that little space, quietly come and find you. Those turn out to be more mutual than the counting ever made them feel. And some stay exactly where they are, which was gently the answer all along. You already knew which one this was. You've known since you started counting the messages, and now you get to stop counting.